Good evening, and welcome to We All Gon' Die Wednesday.
Livingston, roll that beautiful bean footage.
We all go die. We all go die. We all go die. It's a we all go die Wednesday.
Any better now? Audio. Here.
Can they hear you now? It would be a good time to insert ads since they don't know anything about what you just said. We're off to a good start. You gotta roll with it.
Could you bring up that previous page for me, Livingston man? Let's see here. We'll start it off tonight like this. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, and provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Yes, indeed. Yeah,
Interpretation.
that is the preamble
need a
to
pen.
the Constitution.
I'm gonna re-fucking write it. 2025.
He's going to rewrite
See
it
your
for
piece of paper?
2025. Yeah, but you can only write on one side of it because I've got notes on the other. Here you go. There you go.
New window.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Fantastic.
Yeah, this might take me a
awesome.
minute. I got some homework to do, so I won't talk as much.
Shrink your box down. I want to say hello to everybody who popped in this
Shrink your
evening.
box down.
Yeah, make it small. Make it small. Make it small. CUCV Farmer, Tuck by V1, Love and Life, Ghost Lincoln, Eric N1 RV, Trish in Progress, David Baez, Sorsha, good to see you, R. Williams, CJ, the Preparing Prepper, Kane Corso, Donald H. Hoot in the house, Teresa Buchanan, Yardbirds, Gnostic Nomad, Moonsprouts, good to see you. Hope everybody is doing well. STP in the house. Do something different. It's We All Gonna Die Wednesday from the Southwest Desert. Fantastic. Half-ass ready. Good to see you, brother. What are you doing? Oh, I thought he was burning the paper.
Here's your fucking Constitution.
He was going to let it go. Senorita, good to see you. Hope everybody's having a halfway decent
on,
week.
get
I hope
subscribed.
things are going well for you, wherever you're at. And whatever you got going on, man. Because Lord knows everybody's got some shit going on, right? Hi from the tri-state area. Teriyaki. Gotcha. That's a good one. Rural 2, I see. Good to see it. Trout Slayer all the way in the PNW. Oh, no. Donald's AC died on Wednesday. That sucks, bro. I'm sorry. PAEMT, good evening. Local prepper in the house. What's up? K-Paul at the park with the kids, only in your ear. I'll try and keep it down. Sure, Skeptic, good to see you. I've had a lot on my mind, man. A lot on my mind. The world has been eating at my soul, right? And wearing away at me. And last Wednesday, I had a bit of enough, Livingston, man. I was hot. I was bothered. I was sore. I was tired. And all I could think about was, I got to get in the car. I got to go. I got to drive to the studio. I got to get to the live stream. And, I get in the truck and the gas gauge is on E. And I'm like, shit. I think I got enough money in the bank account to put some gas in the truck and get to the live stream tonight. And sitting in the heat, man, it just hit me. And I just let it all out on video. And I probably shouldn't have, but I'm the type of guy who wears my heart on my sleeve. And express my emotions to everybody, and sometimes I lash out, I guess. It was uncalled for and unprofessional, and I apologize if I pissed anybody off. But a lot of people seem to resonate with what I was saying and understood where I was coming from in the frustrations and whatnot. And it's been a struggle here on the tube, man. Big time. The tube has been a huge struggle. Years. I've watched channels go from nothing to 150,000 subscribers in the time that we've been doing this. And I honestly, I think we put out better content than most, but feel like I'm in a little box and incapable of growth. I don't know if that's YouTube's doing or if, maybe it's just not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. The hard truths suck, and sometimes they're hard to hear, right? Live Left Maggie, thank you. Appreciate it, sister. It looks like everybody wants to hear the Livingston Man rap the chat tonight. So, and that's what your donations are for. If I'm going to do the thing here on YouTube, I need to take advantage of everything that they offer if we're going to get anything out of it, right? So these targeted goals during a live stream help. Doing more videos, less live streams, right? I do not want to end my mission here at Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival whatsoever, but it's come to my attention that live streams aren't exactly healthy for a channel, because sometimes the crossover doesn't really help. And I've watched a few of the titans in the preparedness community actually just completely stop doing regular old live streams because the analytics, exactly, local prepper, the analytics don't lie, and the live streams were actually hurting the growth of the channel as a whole. But Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival is a lot more than just YouTube. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival is on Facebook. We are on HudsonValleyPreppingandSurvival.com because I had to compartmentalize this and take it away from just YouTube, because they could just tell me again or cut this mid-feed and say enough is enough, no more Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, because that's what they decide to do. So I've spent the last year-ish, Livingston Man, growing the network that is Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. My goal was always to help people get better prepared, test gear out, right, and give advice on the things that we test out, give my opinion on different things, news topics and whatnots, what do I feel about it, how do I think, and it's going to get back to that. It's going to get back to that because it has to, because the mission has to continue. And if what I honestly feel in my heart of hearts is going to happens, time is short. 5 years or less, right? Until the story that I'm about to tell you that I've been writing, I've been putting things together, right? And trying to sort out my thoughts, because there was a lot of things that made me angry to make me make that video last Wednesday. And just watching the world at large consuming people, right? All because of lack of funds, honestly, right? You didn't catch a break. You weren't a trust fund kid. You didn't have, your parents didn't come from money, right? That type of thing. So that's kind of where it all stemmed from. The everyday struggle for everybody, right? Everybody's struggling. Statistics say that 57% of the U.S. population, right? 57%. Livingston, man, I'm gonna have to break down the calculator here. What is 57% of 330 million people? It's a lot. It's a lot. You're over
in the 100 million range, right?
Over. Got to be
It's
over.
a lot of freaking
right?
people that ain't got a lot of money, man. Sheesh.
57% of people.
We saw
are,
another one that said people, even households now that are making 150 grand, are still living paycheck to paycheck. Now,
Correct.
without offering any context or why or whatever on a family per family basis, doesn't matter. The fact that what used to be 150 G's a year used to be like a great job.
Yeah.
Not living not much different than the way I am already. Like that's incredible how little the money's worth anymore. It's really what the problem is.
Moonsprouts, well said. Moonsprout says wealth is a mindset, so is poverty. Yeah, I'll say yes and no. Yes and no.
Yeah, because
Without the fiat currency, you will not be on your land very long, even if you own your home, right? Without your fiat currency, if you don't have an off-grid solar system that you bought with your fiat currency, then you might not have power to pump the water out of the ground to be able to provide these basic life-sustaining needs. So I tried to put my brain jargon to text, right? I tried to sit down and just type everything out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to read to you from my notes I have here. This is my notepad. I did a lot of typing. So I thought about doing this as like a pre-recorded segment, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. I want to do it my way, right? But the mission here has always been to help people get better prepared. A prepper's job is to see ahead of the curve, right? See what's coming down the road so that we can better prepare ourselves to weather whatever it is that's coming down the road, right? So I've been doing some watching. I've been doing a lot of listening. I've been sitting back and just taking everything in, and this is what I've come up with, right? But before I get to that, I said I wanted to help people get better prepared, right? You get better prepared by learning good skills, right? Learning quality skills from skilled individuals, whether through osmosis or through video form here on YouTube. You're learning something from somebody. Rum Runner, thank you so much. I built a long list. I have been hunting for the last 4 years for the best companies that Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival would stand behind, right? I believe in their gear. I believe in their products. And these are the people that help support Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. These companies here. These are our affiliates. And I've spent a long time building them. I don't push them on you. Rarely do you hear anything about affiliate anything. We're here for the deeds, and that's it. All of these links are in the description sections to help save you money on the gear that you need. You ready for the list, Livingston Man?
Let's have it.
I've been working. Alphabetical order. American Hat Makers. CampSaver.com. Dark Angel Medical. Fish USA. Grail. Midland Radios. Mira Safety. Nutrient Survival. Optics Planet. Outdoor Edge. Opus. Princeton Tech. Scentlock. Sea to Summit. Sportsman Fulfillment. and Tidewee. 16 affiliates. 16 places I can help you save some money on your preparedness gear. 16 of them.
wants a list here. It's the only one you're going to get.
Livingston Man
We'll
might be
it.
right.
We'll release it.
A
It's
stain.
on my desk right now.
I have not started a construction channel yet, but I did start a what do they call that? A Facebook page for the thing. Yeah, that and Instagram. That's about as far as I've gotten for that yet. But these companies are some of the best companies in preparedness and beyond. Right? If you need something for camping, if you need a freaking hat, if you need clothes, if you need fishing gear, if you need hunting gear, if you need any of that, you got to have it. Local Prepper, thank you.
No, I didn't write that. Mike did. Remember, he
Yeah,
said
I wrote
that.
this. He stole the other side.
The hieroglyphics on the other side. I'll have to try to decode what I was even talking about.
It's true. It's true.
Thank you, Local Prepper. I noticed my microphone was off like right when you said that.
So, can we all agree that the Constitution has been perverted from its original state? Right. I personally, I think.
It's been interpreted and manipulated, and just as any historical document is.
Okay.
And that's the problem, is that it's not so much anymore. I mean, they've added a slew of amendments to it, but it's been a long time since they added a constitutional amendment because it's such a complicated process. But so what the new tactic is to simply circumvent it, go around it, find a loophole, or just blatantly disregard it.
So perverted. We got a lot of yeses in the chat. Greenleaf says, "You think?" Grit and Gray says, "Perverted is a freaking understatement." Now, does it ever get perverted in favor of we the people? Ever? Have you guys ever seen it get perverted in our favor?
Yeah, when they repealed prohibition. That's the only time. And I have said before that once they take your rights, they don't give them back. They did once. One fucking time. And it really had more to do with the rise of a black market and organized crime than it did about letting people enjoy a beer.
K. Paul's got the spam emojis up. Awesome.
They have those? Dude.
There they be. Wow. There they be. So, if I were to pervert the Constitution,
I have. Do you want to hear it?
I would pervert it in a way to help we the people, right?
I got a way better vision.
Okay. All right. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. I got to hear this.
All right. Remember his preamble? That old dusty thingy blew pulled that out of the freaking ancient vault. Yeah. Dead men wrote that. We, the selected shareholders of United States Incorporated, in disorder to form a more perfect division, enhance injustice, ensure domestic unrest, provide for Israel and Ukraine's defense, dismantle the general welfare, and secure the fruits of peasant labor to ourselves and families, do ordain and establish this Constitution of United States Incorporated. That's what they think the fucking thing says.
Damn. Yo.
That's what they think it says.
He wrote it right there.
Doesn't take that long. That's the kind of mind that drew up this document to begin with, folks.
Wow. Wow.
Paint you a picture. America today. We are something like a cross between like the visitors at a theme park, but yet it's staff at the same time.
Working the theme park and getting to go on the rides.
A little
Gotcha.
bit, as long as you save up enough credits
Just can't play the games.
and dump enough of your money back into the company.
And you got to pay for your own food.
Yeah.
Free sodas.
Everything comes out of your check. America's a giant company town.
For sure. For sure.
If there was a way that they could convince you to pay them to work there, that
They
would
would.
be a thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally, 100%. It's give you a little bit of money, take a little bit back, right? What could you do me a favor, Livingston man? Could you go down a rabbit hole for me? I'm wondering what the average tax rate is on a U.S. citizen across the board, right? Just the average tax rate on an average U.S. citizen. I don't want to select the high tax areas because that's easy to do, right? New York is 55%. If you're in New York City, you're paying 55% tax rate on your money. Has the New York government made your life any better for that? I'm going to say no. Let's see.
This is 14.5%, but this is only federal.
Okay.
Because all the different states, this could go right down a hole, just because all the different states have taxes.
Yeah.
Counties have taxes.
Yeah.
Some states have sales tax. Some states have this tax, tax. Every time you buy a hunting license, that's a tax.
Correct.
Every tax. Every time you have to pay, when you register a motor vehicle, it's a tax. When you do anything, there's a tax.
So we're paying...
Companies do it too.
We're
Convenience
paying this
fees.
money to the government, not just on our wages, but on the things that we purchase as well.
Yep.
Right? And to the state to be able to register your vehicle, to be able to travel. Right? Free travel, that was what we were told. From sea to signing sea, Livingston.
Provided you can pay for it.
Well...
Provided you can get the time off to do that.
Now, hear me out, Livingston man. The Bill of Rights grants American citizens certain unalienable rights.
We're gonna have to get rid of that shit quick.
Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Right. So let's
What the Constitution giveth, I feel like the Patriot Act took away.
let's dive into this a little bit further. Let's go first to the words of this, right? Unalienable rights. We know that those are ones that come from our Creator. We are born with those because we are born of American soil, Livingston man, right? And our forefathers guaranteed this for us. To sustain human life, what is required? Basic requirements, right? Food, water, shelter.
Uh-oh.
Food, water, shelter.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Here's a slippery
And
slope.
well,
So
beyond that,
you think
you
fucking
need
poor
air.
people should have food, water, and a roof over their head.
Well,
You
that's
see the problem?
guaranteed. That's guaranteed in the U.S. Constitution.
I have never seen it
Livingston man.
practiced in the wild.
Your unalienable right
Here's
to
your
life.
Here's your house because you have a right to it. I've
Your
never seen it.
unalienable right to life, to exist as a human being.
Yeah, you can live in the woods if you want.
But you have to have water. You have to have shelter from the elements. Because we'll die in 3 hours from exposure. That's a real thing. Basically, only humans have that problem. All the other creatures of the world can live through rainstorms and get wet and dry off. And
Go to a homeless shelter. What's the problem?
so,
You can live like an inmate, a third world citizen, a refugee. That's your right.
shelter provides protection from the elements, such as extreme temperatures, right? Wind, precipitation, as well as protection from predators or other dangers. Does a homeless shelter provide you protection from predators, Livingston man, or does it make you prey? Right? Most of those people who live in homeless shelters get preyed upon by the degenerates who frequent these places and steal from them, and they wake up and they don't have any shoes anymore. And,
Oh, no.
things like this happen in places like that.
Have they tried not being poor?
I'm sure.
So it's not a mindset then.
No.
Oh.
No. Economic
I
disparity.
know that one
I
cool
would
guy who
call
probably
it.
has Bitcoin thinks it
That's
is.
somebody who didn't
Wealth might be. Wealth I'll give
catch
you is
a break. Right?
The grind, I think, is what he's one of these guys, right? He's probably a grind is a mindset, yeah. But nobody wakes up in the morning like, man, I'm glad the fucking lights don't work. I love this whole I'm in debt shit. I'm living the dream, bro. Not a mindset. You could get, I'll give you, you could feel powerless against it,
Totally.
but it's not a mindset. Nobody chooses that.
Livingston man, these are the most basic requirements other factors like access to health care, right? Being able to see a doctor when you're sick, social interaction, just being able to talk with other people, see other people. Isolation is not good. Those are things that will
wrote
help your long-term well-being.
Did Karl
Right.
Marx write the Bill of Rights or something?
No,
This sounds
no.
pretty
This
communist,
is
bro.
just the things that you need to sustain life.
I feel like this is
life. Just the first word.
I feel like this is the Bible.
the
People walk around
unalienable
quoting it,
rights.
but have never read it before, because this sounds like the America we have today has not read this document.
So we got life down, right? We need food, water, shelter, some social interaction, right? We might need to see a doctor if we eat the wrong berry or something, right? Even if we're living in the woods, Livingston man. The next one is liberty, right? Liberty is the next big word on this list. The definition from Oxford states liberty is a noun. It is a state of being free within a society from the oppressive restrictions imposed by authorities on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. Right? And then it goes on to say compulsory retirement would interfere with individual liberty. And then similar words you would see: independence, freedom, autonomy, sovereignty, self-government, self-rule, self-determination, home rule, civil liberties, civil rights, human rights. Right? The second definition of it is the power or scope to act as one pleases. Individuals should enjoy the liberty to pursue their own interests and preferences.
Okay, now Oxford defines freedom as virtually the same: the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint.
That's very interesting, because this is the Oxford definition that I copied and pasted here. You have freedom. I chose liberty.
So actually, Yardbirds, we can conflate the two words if we really want. Oxford said so. Hey, we're cutting everybody down tonight. I'm fact checking the chat tonight. Y'all want to talk a bunch of shit like you sitting there with? I got Google too.
So
I can find out. I'll pervert the definition first.
Liberty to me is freedom from oppression, freedom from restrictions, freedom from chains, whether they be literal, moral, or financial. Free from those chains, right? That's liberty to me. Now, I asked the big elephant in the room, the AI. I asked it, how do we sustain, what does it take to sustain liberty?
Subservience, obviously.
So,
Is that what it said?
AI actually said,
Bow before your master.
key elements to sustain liberty: the freedom to act within the bounds of law and without coercion requires a combination of robust legal and political structures, informed and engaged citizens, and a commitment to protecting fundamental rights. Number one, the rule of law and limited government. The rule of law is foundational, ensuring all individuals and entities including the government, are equally subject to and bound by fair, clear, and public known laws. Limited government. The power of the government must be constrained to prevent it from infringing upon individual rights. The separation of powers and checks and balances. The separation of powers. Government authority should be divided into distinct branches: legislative, executive, and judicial, to prevent the concentration of power in any one area. Checks and balances. An overlapping system allows each branch to limit or counteract the actions of the other, further preventing overreach and abuse of power. The protection of fundamental rights, individual rights, safeguarding a range of rights, including freedom of speech, the press, assembly, religion, is crucial for individuals to express themselves and to participate in society. Due process. The government must apply laws and rules fairly and equally to all people. Informed and engaged citizenry. civil engagement, active civil participation in the political process, including voting, advocating for change, holding leaders accountable, is essential for a healthy democracy and sustained liberty. Education.
At first, I'm kind of chuckling at this, just about the outrageous, like, opposite world we find ourselves in, as if they read this and did what I did, and we're like, let's turn all the words backwards. I'm actually starting to get frustrated that apparently this entire document has been ignored, buried, crumpled up and tossed in the corner or worse by the people that are in charge of all of us. The foundation of our country is what he's reading to you right now. Have you ever heard of any of this being fucking physically applied by your government?
Not in today's society, no. No, it's all about control nowadays, Livingston, man. That's why they're setting up all those cameras, so they can track you and trace you a little bit more. Goes on to state, education, a well-educated citizenry is better equipped to understand complex issues, think critically, and participate meaningfully in political discourse. Now, what happens when the government educates the kids? Well, they don't know shit about that, do they?
They're just propagandized and indoctrinated.
Correct. So if you can educate the youth, then you can make them any way you want.
I've warned that America is like this ugly illusion that it was like the greatest thing to come out of the end of World War II. But what it actually did is it's like this new incestual child of like the Nazis and the communists. They took all the best parts of those things and we're like, we see you. We're going to do that because we won, and nobody can tell us otherwise. Because we'll point at you and say, "No, it was bad when you do it. You did it. We're not doing it that way. It's different when we do it." And that's the America you live in. It's bad when they do it. It's different when we do it.
Soil radio operator says, Livingston Man, Hudson Valley prepping and survival. Are you sure you guys are in your government-approved First Amendment area? My brother, anywhere I walk on this beautiful United States of America is my First Amendment area. The free press, an independent and unhindered press, serves as a vital source of information, exposing corruption and holding government accountable, which is crucial for public knowledge and self-governance.
They do that. I've seen them do it.
So, in essence, a society that upholds the rule of law, limits government power, protects fundamental rights, and fosters an informed and engaged citizenry lays the groundwork for the enduring preservation of liberty. So now that we understand,
I don't see any of that happening either.
Now that we understand what it takes to sustain life, what it takes to sustain liberty, right? These are guaranteed to us by our Creator, Livingston Man. Guaranteed to you at birth. The government's job is to make sure that these things are taken care of. That's the only reason government was established here in the United States of America. Most people didn't want a government. They didn't want anything to do with it.
What did the founding fathers say about a multi-party system? I'm dying to know.
I didn't read. I didn't type any of that. This is all...
Cliff's Notes, we weren't supposed to have that either. They would have rolled over just in that. They knew that would be the end of the Union.
So the hardest thing for me to find the answer to was the pursuit of happiness, right? How do you sustain the pursuit of happiness?
Well, it's like the Second Amendment. That's so hard to... that particular line resonates across history because what is that to the men who... to the people that wrote this and were expected to read it, and us 200 or more years later, what does that mean? Pursuit of happiness. Some people do some weird shit that makes them happy, and I'm supposed to allow it.
Yardbirds, I did indeed phone a friend on this one.
The pursuit of happiness it needs to be defined because otherwise, like every crime that ever occurred could be a violation of your constitutional rights because you were in the pursuit of your own happiness.
Absolutely. So it says the origin of the phrase life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is a powerful expression from the United States Declaration of Independence. Influenced by Enlightenment thinkers, Thomas Jefferson, the primary author of the Declaration, was heavily influenced by Enlightenment ideas about inherent human rights according to Fiveable. Property versus happiness. Notably, the phrase Locke's writings was life, liberty, and property, which Jefferson altered to pursuit of happiness. This change is seen by some scholars as a reflection of a broader, more aspirational understanding of human flourishing beyond the mere material possessions, meaning in historical and philosophical content. Human flourishing, many historians suggest that happiness in this context refers to the classical Greek concept of, can you say that word, Livingston?
Eudaimonia.
Eudaimonia. Okay, there we go. Encompassing a broader sense of human flourishing, well-being, and a life lived in accordance with the virtue and purpose rather than just transient pleasure or emotional states.
Or emotional stagnation, pulling a lever in a factory.
The doom scrolling, right? Your life should have substance. The pursuit of happiness should involve you growing as a person and becoming a better version of yourself than you were previously, right? And continuing this. Now, beyond individual hedonism, this thick understanding of happiness, according with Emory News Center, goes beyond the individual gratification, recognizing that a truly happy life also involves contributing to the well-being of others and society as a whole. Virtuous living, the founders drawing from the classic philosophers, linked the pursuit of happiness with the pursuit of virtue, believing that personal self-governance and the cultivation of good habits like industrial, temperance, and modernization were crucial for both individual well-being and the health of the republic. And that was from Jeffrey Rosen's book, The Pursuit of Happiness. The connection to liberty, right? The founding of liberty. John Locke, a significant influence on Jefferson, argued that the pursuit of happiness is the foundation of liberty, allowing individuals to make decisions in their long-term best interest, transcending immediate desires. So you're in it for the long haul, right? You're not worried about today. I'm worried about 5 years from now.
It seems that these men were of a mind that they thought they would be able to educate the populace to the point where this could indeed occur. Mm-hmm. And apparently never actually were either too steeped in ivory tower privilege. Let's not forget that Mr. fucking Declaration of Independence over here kept his slaves, bro. So Mr. Thomas Jefferson was a prolific slave owner, and in fact, he used them as breeding machines. So it's very, very interesting to listen to all this high talk about fucking freedom and liberty from this rich fuck on the hill. But do go on.
Freedom of choice. The inclusion of the pursuit of happiness as an unalienable right implies the freedom to choose one's path in life and live in harmony with nature's law, according to the University of Virginia. The government's role. The American founding fathers believed it was the government's duty to safeguard these rights, enabling individuals to pursue their own goals and aspirations without undue interference. Modern interpretations and relevance, individualism and self-reliance. In the contemporary society, the pursuit of happiness is often connected to individualism, emphasizing personal liberty, autonomy, and the belief that individuals can control their destiny. Nuanced understanding. However, modern interpretations also acknowledge the importance of balancing individual pursuit with societal obligations, respecting the rights of others, and not using the pursuit of happiness as justification for selfish or immoral behavior. Beyond materialism, some modern thinkers emphasize the need to move beyond a simplistic materialistic view of happiness and focus on the broader well-being, sustainability, and community flourishing. In conclusion, the pursuit of happiness, as articulated in the Declaration of Independence, reflects a belief in an inherent human right, the importance of individual liberty and autonomy, and the pursuit of virtuous and meaningful life that contributes to the well-being of both individuals and society. So the pursuit of happiness
Heavy, airy
is
stuff, man. He's painted a very utopian
these
picture.
words were built to bring up the average working class person in America and build America from the ground up, right? Now we're 249 years later, and this, what you have today, is so perverted, right? So perverted that none of your basic, inalienable, God-provided human rights are taken care of. You must labor to provide for yourself, or you'll fucking die. Hands down. 3 hours without shelter. You get 3 minutes if they take the air away. They haven't found a way to sell that to you yet, but they're probably working on it.
Carbon tax is a thing.
I saw earlier in the chat somebody had chimed in and said that somebody, one of these big, I believe it was the CEO of Nestle's, that said that water is not a basic human right.
Says the guy that owns like a lot of it, and it's not a monopoly, but a near top
Well,
five.
it's a commodity
top
now. It's
five
traded
bottler.
on the stock market. Water futures.
There's going to come a time when we have limited resources, and I'm not talking about like, oh, we mined all the coal or peak oil or whatever. One day there's going to be we're going to have to make a choice. Do we eat corn or do we put it in gas? We're going to have to make a choice. Do we drink water or do we feed it to the crops? We're going to be faced with a lot of these things. Water, although 70%, of course, we all know 75% of the world is made of water, that 75% of it is not particularly drinkable without, again, huge investments in infrastructure.
Desalinization.
And these are the kind of steps that like government should be taking in pursuit of our happiness out here. There should be infrastructure being put in place to modernize our energy grids, do all this cool stuff they want to do. Yeah, man, let's pump fresh water out of the ocean. You know how to do it. Oh my God, it's expensive. Yeah, but every time there's a fucking war, it's not expensive whatsoever. But as soon as we're trying to fucking give people clean water, it's too expensive, bro. If we're trying to give people health care, it's too expensive, bro. How much money does Israel need today? Money's no issue, but like fucking these poor people are pissing me off. Can we just, I wish they would die. And that's literally the attitude. You are, what do they call this? A cost benefit analysis.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Rum Runner, you have a great night, brother. Safe travels to you.
If you think I'm being too liberal, did you hear what he just read?
I haven't even gotten into my thoughts on all this yet, but I will. Thank you, Rum Runner. Really appreciate it.
Is there like a time limit?
Yeah. 1 hour. 1 hour.
Wow, we've been going at this for almost an hour already. Shit.
Almost.
26 minutes.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Reading the Constitution. You guys having fun or what?
So, it's not really reading the Constitution. It's interpreting it, right?
Who is?
Because I did.
Oh.
I interpreted it.
You wrote all that?
I wrote, researched, copied, and pasted. Now I'm going to get to my brain jargon, if you will. None of this is provided for us, right?
Hurricane Bob
You have to.
Hurricane Bob's big mad. I'm sorry I offended you with wanting to like.
How about taking care of yourself and stop looking for a handout? Hurricane Bob, I'm not looking for a handout, but thank you for stopping by, and I do appreciate your watch time.
I mean, but if somebody needed a handout, they're like, hey man, can I get some food? I'd be like, yeah, dude.
So to provide these basic human rights for yourself, Livingston, man, what's shelter cost? What's it cost to live in 4 walls and a roof anymore? Here in New York,
average rent,
here in New
gotta
York
be
State,
$2,500 a month, bro.
Here in New York State, oh,
Gotta
that's
be
rent. You know, if you
yeah.
want your own piece of America, you got to buy the $500,000 house.
And you're
right?
basically not allowed to. If you don't own property
gotta
now, I forecast that you probably never will. It's not your fault.
So
The game's stacked against you.
You're trading your life, your health.
I don't need a Red Bull, that's for sure.
You're trading hours of your life, and in some cases risking your life for currency that is worth less by the time you get it than when you earned it because of inflation, right? So I earned it, and now it's worth less by the time it gets to me.
What's
It's-
killer
it's done.
the way like
Local prepper, thank you, Eric.
it's so easy
Appreciate it.
for them to go on TV or in the papers to explain to you how like the cost of everything's got to go up. The cost of everything's got to go up, man. It's just how it is. But then you're like, fine, the price of my labor's gone up, and they're like, listen here, you little shit, you get back to work. Or your 4 walls and a roof and that refrigerator won't be full no more, and you can go live in the street. You'll do what you're told.
You earn it by trading your sweat, your skills, and in some cases your safety for the opportunity to earn that ever devaluing currency. And now the opportunity to earn that currency is under threat of being eliminated for a large percentage of the U.S. population.
It can already happen. I assume you're.
It's already happening.
You're talking about the AI sort of takeover.
The AI,
but
right? The AI is going to replace anybody who does anything on a computer or has anything to do with phone systems,
think about
customer service.
when you talk shit to somebody on social media and they dox you and blow you up, you lose your job because you said something stupid in a chat. Already a thing. These truths this document holds to be self-evident are very castles of made of sand can collapse in an instant.
The other thing that I saw, I referenced last night on the Four Horsemen podcast. I watched a video of a Tesla bot serving people popcorn, right? Just a shovel in the popcorn thing, and he's working behind the counter at the movie theater. He'll grab you your dots and your soda and put it all in front of you and say, "Have a great, enjoy the film," right? And away he goes. That is a low skill job that a human used to work. What happens to the person that they replaced? That typically those jobs are filled by high school kids, retirees who want some extra cash, or the folks struggling because they don't have a lot of skills and they work a lot of low skill labor jobs, right? They flip burgers, they pack your popcorn, they punch a cash register, and that's about as far as they're willing to go. But they'll do that for 4 different businesses every week, right? They got 4 jobs. I work 4 jobs to pay for this. Now you take away their popcorn filling job. They can't, clean the movie theater anymore because the Roomba sweeps now, and the bot, he does all the everything else, right? He sells the tickets, he fills the popcorns, he gives the soda. So now you take a whole subset of society, and we know that over 57% of people are paycheck to paycheck. Let's yank a paycheck away from these people. Elon said that this will be commonplace in the next 5 years. And I believe him because he is the richest man and the most powerful individual on the planet right now because
the supervillain behind it, you mean?
His financial,
the enemy, you might say?
Because of his financial stuff, right?
The guy who's like literally behind it all. Like, yeah.
You work 3 to 4 jobs just to provide those basic, inalienable rights. Basic. If you had to factor it all out, Livingston Man, if we just did food, water, and shelter, right? We'll put those things on paper here. You still got that pen, bro? Yeah, you got a pen. Let's see. So average rent, what do you say, folks? What do you say? Livingston Man said $2,500.
Yeah, I was just off the top
Right.
of my head.
It's 2025.
New York
right?
State, we'll find out.
Yeah. What's the average price to live here in New York? Average rent in New York. Yeah, there we go. $2,720 a month for a studio, $2,900 for a 1-bedroom apartment, and $35 for a 2-bedroom. So we're gonna go with $3,500
For a 2
for a 2-bedroom. We're gonna say it's a family of 3, Livingston Man, because we got a 2-bedroom, so we don't want to pack 2 kids in one little bedroom, right? Because you don't get very many square foot here in New York for your $3,500 $3,568. It's $35.68 a month for rent.
If you opt for a 3-bedroom rental, you could pay $7,000.
Oh, 7,000 or more. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Let's say we're a family of 4. We have 2 kids, and my son and my daughter each have a bedroom, and me and my wife have the master bedroom.
Which U.S. state has
And
the highest
there we go.
rent? It's got to be New York.
Hawaii.
Of course, followed by New York and then California by $20.
So what was the top one again? I'm sorry, Livingston.
How much is what?
It was $7,008. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. Family of 4, $7,008 just for rent, just to have the shelter.
How much
right?
is enough to live comfortably? No, I don't know
Well, how much is groceries for a family of 4 weekly? That's the question I want you to ask this great AI that's going to take everybody's jobs and put you in the poorhouse, put you out on the street. So let's find out. What was it? What cost of groceries in New York State for a family of 4? Boom.
That's Reddit.
No, average. This is Instacart. Average grocery
Office
cost
of the New
per
York
month.
State Comptroller. This is from
2022. Where's the number? 2022, 2023 households in the Northeast making less than $15,000 spent almost 70% of their income on food. A 16-point jump in only 4 years, and this is old data. Metropolitan area food costs were higher, 11,000. There we go. Food expenditures by selected metropolitan area in the United States.
Now, 2012 to 2013 in a month, this would have been month. What's the?
It doesn't really tell us, does it?
The whole year they only spent $7,000 on groceries. Fuck. But anyway, it's going up.
Yeah, it went from 7,000 in 2020 or 2012 to 2013 to $9,843 in 2019, and then skyrocketed to $11,000 from 2022 to 2023, and percentage was 56.2% of your income will go towards feeding yourself. Right?
Oh no, that's the 56 is that's the percent change. So
it's
over the
up
course,
56%
in 10
since
years. It's gone 50%. Everything's 50% more
50%
expensive.
higher.
This is
Correct.
only for New York City. I'd like to find one that's a little more general.
Sure, do the Instacart one. Let's see that.
The average grocery cost per month per person in the United States is $350.
Okay, so $350 per person.
$1,400 a month for a family of 4.
$1,400 a month.
If one is a infant, you have a lot more.
Okay, we're gonna say they're both
Just normal kids.
eating solid foods.
Gotcha.
All right.
No diapers and shit either.
Correct.
That figure is
Livingston,
from
man.
December 23rd, 2024.
Could you give me an average electric bill for a family of 4? Folks, you got to let me know in the chat. They're crushing us. They're talking about rate hikes here in New York. What is the average electric bill you guys are seeing in your home? And let me know if you have solar. Just add that to the comment.
The average electric bill in the United States is $149.
How about New York? Can we do New York?
All right, so national average is about $150.
Okay, in New York, the average electric bill is
$141.
141. Okay.
New York ranks as the 43rd lowest priced state in the nation.
So
So what the fuck does that mean? Does that mean it makes it the 7th most highest? Say that.
Correct.
You fucking misleading bastards. 43rd
Hey,
lowest. You
when
mean 7th
all
highest?
else fails, manipulate the data. Okay, Livingston, man, I've got one more for you because not everybody has a well, right?
All right.
Not everybody has a well. Not everybody has to have the electricity on to have water. Some people have town
And they'll come and
provided
shut it off with
water,
police
right?
behind them.
Yeah. What is the average water bill?
It's sold by the cubic foot.
What's the average water bill per month? There you go. Click on that. Yes. Okay. Where is it? You know it's there. You know it's there.
47 more rows. Where is it? New York. There it is.
There it is.
$30.
$30. Okay. Okay. 30.
Or they will come with a wrench and shut your
So
water off.
let me get my little calculator going here, and let's see what these basic, unalienable rights of life, liberty. Well, we're just life.
How much
here.
all these
we
rights cost?
we haven't gotten to.
How many rights can I afford this month,
liberty.
Mike?
Senorita is $240. No solar in PA. Damn. Jay Moore says water and sewer $75. That's not too bad. Water sewer here in Connecticut $1,300 a year. Good golly. Gadrell $330. $500 in Mission. Trisha, I'm so sorry. 250 months says Kane Corso. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll through your chats here a little bit more. A lot of people are 15 to 50% fatter than 30 years ago. Eric, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm sorry. I got to get to my calculator. We need to tabulate all of this because we're working on overtime here. And let's see. We got 35.68 plus our $7,008 plus our $1,400 to feed ourselves plus we're gonna say we're gonna do the $141 electric bill. Grateful Prep says it's $150 a month for water and $75 a quarter for sewer. Jesus, man. We got our $1,400 for food plus our electric bill. We're gonna do the $141 for the electric bill, and say that we have our own well.
Have you bought groceries yet?
Yeah, I got it. So our basic cost.
This is for a month.
To yeah. Yeah, this is 30 days of your survival here in the great state of New York will cost you $12,117, Livingston man. Keep the change, folks. But that's the cost.
Those are average.
That is the cost in New York.
Those are average
numbers in New York. Some are higher, some are much lower. Average cost here in New York. Eric says, I got to put the birds away. I'll be back. Livingston, don't sing it till I get back. Well, we haven't reached our goal yet, so he ain't singing nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, as you come to find out, all these inalienable rights, they cost you, boy.
$117. We did a lot of research here tonight, folks. And that is per month. Now, let's do the old multiplication trick, Livingston man, and we're going to go 12 months. Do you know what the cost is to live in New York State for 12 months?
Well,
that number is real.
Well, yeah, I know. I was gonna say
it's real.
I know the 12 by 12 there. I knew we were gonna come around 144,000.
It's $140,404.
That's why you see so even people making $150,000 are still living just paycheck to paycheck.
Person to survive here in New York State. Now.
Haven't factored in any luxuries, medications, any
taxes,
other extra stuff
taxes,
whatsoever.
Taxes.
Bus fare,
taxes,
whatever.
Taxes.
Motor vehicle registration, gas in the car.
You get 50% tax rate in New York City. So 50% of what you make goes to New York City.
Let's do, let's call it $3 a gallon. It tends to hover around that these days.
We didn't factor in any transportation, Livingston man. $145,404 a year.
Sit in your house and it works.
To keep your family.
You can
food,
you can stay in your house and it works.
Water, shelter.
Hey, Hurricane Bob, I think he wants me to bite.
Unalienable.
He wants me to bite, so I'm gonna.
Human
now,
rights.
these illegal aliens live in large with the mansions and the Escalades freeloading off the whole system. How come they keep arresting them like at work? Just weird to me. I thought, why are they picking them up at Home Depot and not at the mansion?
Cash employees.
Why don't they go get the mansion? Why don't they get them at the mansion? They get them at the Escalade dealer. They don't ever do that, though. They always get them at the farm where they're being exploited because they make $12,000 a year. not a
So
month.
$145,404 per year average to provide your basic inalienable human right for yourself here in the People's Republic of New Yorkistan.
Why do they keep arresting him at work? He said because they're illegal. But I thought they was like, you know, good for nothing freeloaders that don't do nothing. Must be something I'm not being told here by somebody.
This push, Livingston man, towards the AI takeover of every secretary's job, every phone answerer, everybody who types on a computer, everybody who writes music, creates content, writes scripts or screenplays. If you work in an office setting, AI is set to replace you in the next 5 years, okay? If you work in these low-skilled jobs, right? You're flipping burgers, you're serving drinks, you work at a back end of a kitchen in a restaurant, right? Even the servers, in some cases, are being replaced with robots. Or, as you see at some of the newer McDonald's, there's nobody at the cashier. You walk in, you have to use the kiosk to order, and then the guy comes out who made your food and sets your bag on the counter, and you're done. There's one person that took 4 people's jobs there.
And do you know that that's actually designed with in mind to actually getting you to buy more stuff? Because now there's no pressure of like anyone behind you in line. You're not worried about speeding up and taking. You can sit there and play the fucking little video game all you want. Put $30 in that cart, and you're like, oh hell yeah! And they just put it in a bag and bring it to you. Subliminal stuff gets played on you with things like that too.
So, a huge subset of American workers are about to be replaced. Your unskilled jobs, autonomous vehicles, delivery vehicles, already a thing. Autonomous warehouses, already a thing. The packages come in on a conveyor belt. The computer sorts them and puts them in the bay where the robotic forklift picks them up, puts them in the back of the truck, and they go on to the next warehouse to be offloaded by another robot. All the people who sorted packages and pushed stuff around, worked those good jobs for UPS and the Postal Service and everything else, they're all going to be replaced by robots in the next 5 years, right? If you write emails, books, take calls, appointments, secretaries, tech jobs, assistants, your job erased. You flip burgers, work in a warehouse, work in a factory, your job replaced. 57% of people are already paycheck to paycheck. Now they're going to take your paycheck from you in the next 5 years.
You know, it's funny you say it. I used to have a guy. He'd stand next to the light switch and he'd turn it on and off when I wanted him to, but now I can just tell the
he's replaced by AI. Another job gone. Another job gone.
Now there becomes
Bob, listen, it's evolution, yes. With a now dwindling population because our birth rate is in the shitter. Right? We're below 1.9, so we're tanking hard. No society has ever recovered from that. So we're toast. Scott Hummer, appreciate you, my brother.
He didn't make the time limit, I think.
He didn't make the time limit.
I see that we did indeed get 10 in there.
I'm going to count it.
This is not the fucking part
These
of the
places
conversation
in the
when we start wrapping
future
the chat.
will run with little to no human interaction whatsoever.
I can't do something cool that I wish I think I could.
What?
I was hoping that I could pick a single user and only wrap what they said.
Sorry.
Hey, YouTube, we need that.
Right now is the time that they are going to squeeze every penny out of working class America that they can. Okay? And in 5 years, they're going to drop you on your head and replace you with a robot. This is what's going to happen. Cal, that is a really good question. I personally feel that there is a culling coming of American citizens. The seed may have already been planted, if you know what I'm saying, if you catch my drift here. But they're going to squeeze every dollar that they can out of us. The elite are going to continue to their conquest, and we encroach ever closer to a Hunger Games type society here. We're being squeezed for everything. AI and the robots will deny us our basic fundamental human rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Constitution and Bill of Rights is toilet paper to the modern U.S. government. Liberty has been strangled to death by a bloated government who has mismanaged we the people's money to the point it's worth pennies on the dollar. The American dream of the house on Main Street in USA with a picket fence was bought up by BlackRock, and the HOA says you can't have a fence like that.
I don't get people that do that.
Even if you could get a mortgage for the $589,000 home on a postage stamp, we're wage slaves, folks. Tax slaves. This is not a left versus right thing. This is top versus bottom. It always has been. We can fix this non-violently, without smashing things, without breaking, without screaming, without yelling. We need to come up with a new Bill of Rights, a modern Bill of Rights, a digital Bill of Rights. And then we need to make a way for them that they will listen. And it's as simple as no longer participating in society. It's called secessio plebis. It's been successful 100% of the times it's been implemented. It's also known as a general labor strike, where the people who are being stepped on and having their money mismanaged and turned into tax and wage slaves, where they just stop participating in society. If you're the manager of a store, you just lock the door and bring the keys home with you. Yardbird says, who's going to write this new Bill of Rights? That's a very good question. I think money needs to come out of politics.
Want a new one in like fucking 5 minutes.
Before we can even attempt to write any of these things, before we can attempt to fix this, people need to become really fucking uncomfortable. You need to become extremely uncomfortable in the here and the now. You need to not be okay with the things that are happening in your society, the things that are happening with your government, because, my friends, what you allow is what will continue. And it's always been that way. The more we allow, the more they will push the envelope, the more they will take. It's just the way that they're built, Livingston man. Some folks have already been replaced and fallen victim to the wage slave trade. We're being sold out for it's $145,404 a year for a family of 4 in New York, just to provide your basic unalienable rights for yourself.
And that's assuming that you are in a good way and you make $150,000 a year. You get to take a whole $5,000 a year and keep that for yourself. But taxes. Damn.
P.S. You owe the federal government $25,000.
Yeah.
5 years, folks. That's what we've got. If you are seriously considering preparedness to weather those times when the finances aren't there anymore, for when the robots come for your job, for when AI comes for your job, there's some links in the description section that can help you get that gear. I will dig, I will find, I will email, I will find you a discount code to help try and make it cheaper for you. Do it. Ooh, that sounds good. Fantastic. I appreciate y'all. And I want to thank you for joining us on this We All Gon' Die Wednesday. Folks, the devil's in the details. It's right there, black and white. Radio operator. They got to build the robots. They've got a couple prototypes they're perfecting. Then it goes into mass production. Then it's going to take about 5 years for them to sell them to everybody, because robots, they don't call in sick. They work 24 hours a day. They don't want health insurance. They don't need a retirement plan. They're going to save your corporation a fortune. In one slip and fall accident at your job, and then they're tethered to you, you're paying for them for the rest of your life. It's not worth the risk. Buy the robot. It'll be sold to them. I can think of a million reasons why they would want a robot over a human. It's coming. I'm not a guy who likes to put dates on things, but that's Elon Musk's time frame, not mine. 5 years. Get out of debt. Stock that pantry to the rafters. And when they come to take your job, let them. Or become so indispensable they can't possibly do anything without you. Or we can just secessio plebis and fix all this shit. It's true. Appreciate y'all. Smash that like button. Do the subscribe thing. Share. Really appreciate that. K. Paul. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. The toll collector's already feeling it. Hurricane Bob. 100%, bro. AI replacement and a little robotic camera. AI and robots ain't always what you think it is, but it's all embedded in there. Eric, we did indeed. I think we're well beyond the 10, so I really appreciate everybody. It's like pulling teeth to get views here on the tube, so share this out. We really appreciate it. Don't let this live stream be the one that dies after everybody clicks off tonight. Share it out. Give it some life. Let it go. I think a lot of people need to hear this message. And let's face it, man. YouTube hates the live streams. I watched a few Titans hang it up. Magic Prepper this week. Quite a few others. So keep the faith. Keep warning people of what's to come. And stay safe, folks. Livingston, man, you're going to have to take us out of here, brother. Appreciate y'all.
Do I have to wrap the chat still?
Do you have to wrap the chat? Well, you could sing it. You could pick whatever you want and start wherever you want.
Somebody told me a life hack, and I know
yeah?
I'm going to do it too.
OMG. Here it is. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Livingston Man singing Yardbirds chats for the entire evening.
It appears it goes backwards. Livingston Man, we can hear that toilet flushing. Oh yeah, who's gonna write this new Bill of Rights? High blue butterfly. Donald Hout, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Can I marry AI? They got us by the balls. Those darn illegals taking all of the Livingston Man's manual labor jobs. Average funeral costs. The only thing that costs more than living is dying. Livingston Man is so poor he can't pay attention. What are you, fucking 1985? Man, your mom is so poor. Bottom line is this economy is unsustainable. I bet Livingston Man swiped that pen from the bank. I did too. Yeah, I lost my job to a Roomba, and they're pushing on UBI's call. This call center AI better have an Indian accent. No man is happy who does not think himself so. M.A. and who decides whether or not my pursuit of happiness is right or wrong. But now they are so powerful. They are right and we are wrong. He made a rhyme there. These people can also find passages in the Bible to justify their actions. Hang on while HBPS phones a friend. The problem is people in general don't read anymore. Your Alexa's gonna have to be pissed at you if you consult an AI, HVPS. Be careful, chat. Seems the Livingston man is sober, but they will pervert the definition of that term. Unalienable rights. Don't confuse freedom with liberty. They're two different things. The rich pay no taxes because they got loopholes. They messed up letting women vote. Joking. Well, Livingston man can write. Nothing wrong with a little salesmanship or self-promotion. Inflation is a tax on all of us. Ripper, life is tough at the end of the day. Be the best version of yourself. Train hard, prepare, and hope for good results like being yourself. That's a run-on sentence. Tubing ain't easy. No, tubing ain't easy. Quit playing with matches, Livingston man. That's the Gettysburg Address. No audio, don't change a thing. Livingston man, roll that disturbing beaver footage. Scotty Hummer, beam me that board. I show and tell, grit and grace, leave that cow alone.
Oh my God, that was
That's gonna be
fantastic. Listen, y'all got about 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I'm crying, laughing. Livingston man crushed it.
Thank you, Teresa, for the life hack.
Yardbirds tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That was Yardbirds from beginning.
Yardbirds wrote that song.
Wow. Local purposes.
And
You shit a kitten.
And I could do it to you.
I hope Yardbirds was here for it and he didn't.
No, I bet you he's like
too early.
standing in the corner, ashamed of
He's gonna
himself.
have to come back and watch.
Explain that women voting.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. And thank you guys for helping us reach the target goal tonight. And Livingston man singing somebody's comments for the evening.
Now that we know that we can just we can put him on the spot, I like that.
Fantastic. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here, Livingston man. Could you do me a favor and just roll that beautiful beam footage?
We all go down.